going on this afternoon. Boy, I'm in a good mood today. Listen, and it's cold outside here in the Northeast. I tell you. First of all, uh, these bowl games. These teams this week saying they were robbed of a bowl game. People got to understand something. Unfortunately, the University of Miami falls into this category. People are always going to have their opinion of you. They're always going to despise you and tolerate you. I have never heard more positive feedback watching Miami Hurricane games this year for the Hurricanes during the broadcast. But once they lost to Syracuse, it's like the team didn't exist. Do I think Miami was robbed? Somewhat. But my problem with Miami was you were getting wins, but you was getting ugly wins. You kept teams in the game. And your quarterback, who I do agree with a lot of people, who's erratic a lot of the time, he did come through for the team. Now, since that loss, they're scrambling for a new quarterback down there. And I just think that the Hurricane situation is a strange one. Because Mario Cristobal is exactly like his equal in the NFL, Nick Sirianni. The difference is players respect Cristobal because Cristobal is a hard ass. Nick Sirianni is your typical Italian that blows up in any little thing, fighting with fans. The only people you really don't fight with is the media because down there in Philadelphia, if your name ends in a vowel, Tortorella, Sirianni, the Philadelphia media is going to give you some leadway as long as you win. Now, Tortorella, the reason why he fits in so well there is because he gives the Flyer media down there something they can write about every day. And when you do that and you get along with most of your writers in your town when you're working, you're going to get good favoritism and feedback. Mario, I think, is getting a little bit too much heat down in South Florida. Remember, Miami fans are stupid. Okay, they're not the brightest people in the tree down there. To get the sunburn, whatever it is, they make them sound stupid and delusional. They do down there. I warned them that Mario's a recruiter. He's not the coach. He's a figurehead. That's why every time you see Mario every game, what's he doing? Arguing with the refs. That's his job. His job is safe as long as the top recruits keep coming in. Now they're going to lose some guys. So this is going to be a crossroads for Mario come February the 2nd, who he's bringing in there. He's done a great job so far. I have no complaints. Down there, they're killing him. They're killing Lionel Messi down there, the Miami media, for not delivering with Inter Miami. But again, um, you can't you can't blame a man who's doing the reason why he's there. He's there to recruit. He's done a hell of a job. Miami goes what this year? What's their record? 10-2 for Miami Hurricanes. That's a great year. The problem is they lost to Georgia Tech, who beat them by the luck of the gods last year, and they lost to Syracuse. It's not like they lost to. Um, they didn't lose to Texas and they didn't lose to Georgia. If they were lost to those two teams, it would be a different conversation right now. But because they lost to Syracuse, and I told a lot of Hurricane fans, watch out for Syracuse. That could be a trap game. It was. Knocked them right out of the playoff picture. I'm going to watch Penn State and Oregon tonight. The reason why I'm going to watch that game, it's intriguing. It's two new teams in the Big Ten that are in the championship game. Franklin couldn't make it all those years. It was Michigan and Ohio State. He makes it this year against Oregon. I will definitely watch that tonight in my comfort while watching hockey tonight. Speaking of hockey, shout out to Moss. I know he got that damn soccer pumping. I know Melina's in England. She got the game right now for Arsenal. So I hope she's having a good time. And with me, getting ready for tomorrow. I have a good one tomorrow, 11:30 Eastern. I'll be on the morning on targets. Woody Johnson and Stephen Ross, two of the dumbest owners. Billionaires are what they do. Woody is Johnson and Johnson products. That's him. Baby oil, baby lotion, baby powder, Q-tips. And Stephen Ross, one of the great developers in the history of our time. But in football, they're idiots, especially Stephen Ross. He's going to be the focal point tomorrow. Him, Dolphin fans, and the Dolphin community will be my target tomorrow morning. And I'm going all in tomorrow. I've been waiting to do this for a long time. Now I got enough ammo to do it. And don't lose to the Jets tomorrow. Because if you lose to the Jets tomorrow, your season is definitely over. Okay? Don't do that tomorrow. Let me go over some hockey. Let me see. Bring up that. The Devil game was outstanding, down 2-0. Tino Meyer gave them the game winning goal with about 2.5 minutes left. Devils continued to dominate teams. Picked Devils to go to the finals back in June, right after the draft. In free agency, I said the Devils would win the East outright. And uh, Colorado in the West. That was my NHL Stanley Cup Finals. Stanley Cup. Devils Avalanche. Rematch of 2001. One of the greatest series ever. Oh, what else did I see last night? Toronto lost again. The Capitals, who I told people had the best offseason, and I said, watch out for them. They were my sleeper in the East. Well, they're playing like it. And the Caps are playing great hockey. I'll see them tonight up in Mr. Miami's new hockey club, the Montreal Canadiens. They'll be in Montreal tonight. So that should be a good one. Uh, Montreal playing well. Won 4 of their last 5. Was robbed last Saturday by the refs. Jacob Trouba was traded yesterday to the Anaheim Ducks for a young Russian defenseman in a fourth rounder. And the good thing about the Rangers is they're gonna have 27 million under the cap July 1st. They're gonna spend money now. They're gonna go get what they need to try to make a run at this. I had a feeling that Laviolette wasn't the problem. Peter Laviolette, one of my favorite coaches in all sports. He wasn't the problem. The problem was Truba was too much of a ego to deal with. But he's a massive man. He can easily bully people in that locker room. He probably did. He was probably one of these guys that if the player like a Vajanadad had a horrible playoff against the uh, Florida Panthers. Panthers got into his head, you know, very intimidated by Barkov and Chuck and the boys down there, the World Stanley Cup champions. And Chris Drury says time to make a move. And hey, look, you can make all the excuses you wanted to. Salute, fam. You can make all the excuses you want to, honestly. But that team was gutless. They still are. Now, they beat the Penguins last night. Both the Penguins have been playing well. And I said to people, Auntie in the building, what's up, fam? People look at that and what you gonna say? What you gonna do? So they got him out of the locker room. Yeah, I've been good, family. How you been, man? I've been in the hospital a lot back in early October to the end of into the first weekend of November. In and out because they effed up my system again. But I'm good now, bro. I'm healthy again, bro. So other than that, I'm 100%. You know, there you go. You want to pull up, I'm good, man. Hanging in there. Celebrating a birthday tomorrow night. So I'll be up here for the double header, and then I'll be heading to mom's. She got three. I feel you making that monster paper. I feel you, Aunt. I feel you. You say what's up to Aunt T. It's been a while since I've seen that. Your Knicks are playing better, thank God. You can't let Cleveland have all the spotlight. All right, the Ranger guy is on right now, and I give that guy a lot of credit. I went to his room yesterday just to chill, hear what he has to say. He was very bluntly honest. He said we had to get that poison out of the locker room. And boy, did they get the poison out of the locker room. I'll tell you that. There we go. It's up to Auntie. Mom says she has a big surprise for me tomorrow night, so I'll be at the house to go pick it up, wherever it is. Auntie in the building, everybody. Let me see something. Found it. Okay. The basketballs. Break it up. Bang. There you go. Auntie in the building, everybody. There you go. Yeah, we can't keep outscoring everyone though. Tibbs got him ramped up. That defense shouldn't be giving up more than 100 points a game. I feel you. Remember, I picked them to go to the finals, even though I haven't watched a second of the NBA. I've been all into the NHL. Maybe because of the jerseys now that sold over $326 million worth in 3 months. You don't think people like the NHL in North America and Europe are crazy? Europe, the NHL is the place to be, man. You got Florida as your world champion. They're recharging as we speak. The Devils are the team now that is chasing Florida in the West. Uh, Demko's coming back soon, and I keep saying the Canucks will be a factor in this before it's all said and done. The Avalanche is getting healthy. Edmonton is up and down. Let's see Calgary go down so we can get a top 10 pick. I'm tired of my Flames winning every goddamn night. I hope right now is the time they come back down to earth. That would be great. Get a top 10 pick. It's a great centers draft and a great defensive draft. So if you want a defense and you want a center, this is the draft to get it. We ain't getting one at 21. Even I'm not that stupid. They ain't getting one at 17. Okay, that's why you lose out. Take the pick, give the Canadians the Panthers pick, part of the Hooverville trade. Montreal, it's got four. I think they're gonna have three number ones and four number twos in this draft. So the Canadians are definitely going to clean up in this draft. Trust me. Next year is Montreal's year. Mr. Miami's gonna be rocking that. What's our captain with the Canadians again? Damn, I keep forgetting his name. But he'll be rocking his jersey. And Nick Suzuki's jersey, and Mr. Miami's gonna be happy as hell a year from now. He's gonna be up here talking to me, talking shit in my face. Shout out to 305. I know he's making his country breakfast this morning. Probably in Moss's room, talking with all of them. Tomorrow we got a good doubleheader tomorrow. Jets Dolphins early, and the late game will be Seattle and Arizona. Seattle can show us something tomorrow if they can go to the desert and did what they did to Arizona 2 weeks ago. They do that, Seattle's in business, and we're all going to be in Seattle next Sunday night as they host the Packers. Big triple header up here next Sunday. I'll be on from beginning to the end next Sunday. And I'll be doing play by play of all three games, especially the Seattle game. I'm very excited to see that building rock because it's going to be a good game next week. Their young defense against Green Bay's young offense. That's next Sunday night. Meanwhile, let's give out these game balls to these great players. Number 5 is going to go to Anthony Richardson. What a gutsy performance, including running in the game winning touchdown with basically 2 seconds left in New England last Sunday. As the Colts came back and said, we'll be, by the way, we'll be on next week. The middle game of our triple header will be in Denver next week. There's so many good 5-4-25 games, and everybody gets a double header except New England. Can you believe that? In the Boston area, they're only getting the Patriots at 1 o'clock. At 4:25, they're at Arizona next week. How do you like to be a Patriot fan? And you're missing Bills at Lions. You're missing Denver and the Colts. That's where we'll be at. You're missing Philly and Pittsburgh next Sunday. God. Here in New York, now they've given up on the Jets and Giants. They tried to put one at 4, one at 1. Now that they both have been in the top 10 of the draft for over a decade now, they said they're going back to let them play at the same time next year. That's great for New Yorkers because you're going to get the great doubleheader game at 4:25. I get the Sunday tickets, so I see any game I want except the Jets and Giants. Thank God, because I can't stand either team. All right, game ball number 5 goes to Isaiah um, McDuffie, who on Thanksgiving night totally obliterated the Dolphins. Give me a second. Why the hell is she calling me right now? Oh, okay. Hello? Good. So you'll be here about what? Quarter to 1? Oh, all right. All right. I'm here. I'm here by myself. So just ring the bell. I'll let you in. She went out. All right, man. I'll see you in a few minutes. All right, buddy. All right. Like I was saying, um, McDuffie totally obliterated the Dolphins last Thursday night, and he was a one-man wrecking crew until the game got to 27-3, and then the Packers just turned it off. And he was one of the players that came out and said that the game was a glorified scrimmage to them, and he gets the fifth game ball. Great game last Thursday. Should have won this past Thursday, but it's okay. You're going to make the playoffs, and you're going to be playing indoors, and hopefully that dumbass coach stops giving the football to number 8 and let number 10 do what he does. And that disconnect between LaFleur and Love is getting bigger, by the way, as Love's ego continues to grow. So McDuffie's number 5. Number 4, I mean, Richardson's 5, McDuffie's 4. Number 3 is Saquon Barkley. I don't know, people say, what? He's number 3. Because he, of all the offensive players last week in the league, he's the only one that took over the game at Baltimore late in the late game uh last when was it? The late game last Sunday in Baltimore, took over the game. They wanted to win the game comfortably. And to me, I don't, nothing against Josh Allen. Let me put it this way. I think number 2 for the MVP will be decided next Sunday in Detroit between Jared Goff and Josh Allen. Jared Goff wins. It's between him and Saquon Barkley. Here's the problem for both Josh Allen and Jared Goff, especially in my opinion, Josh Allen. I don't know if Buffalo wins these next 2 games at LA tomorrow than at Detroit. I don't see them winning both. While Saquon Barkley is going to win the rest of his. I told you people. Carolina tomorrow, Pittsburgh next week, and then they play the NFC East. Saquon's going to go 15-2. Now, Josh Allen can help Saquon out of getting home field by beating the Lions next week. That will help, in my opinion, for Saquon's sake. But like I said before, um, I just don't see anyone beating Philly in the NFC. Even Detroit, as good as they've been, I keep telling you, it's going to catch up to Detroit. They miss Hutchinson. Now, they was great against Green Bay, but remember, Green Bay is a finesse team. They'll get more physical next year now that they got swept by the Lions. And I said yesterday that reality has hit the Packers now, that they're not as good as people think they are. And I said that about the Packers back in April. They're a fun team to watch when they're clicking. When they're not clicking, they're as boring as shit on the ground. But they're your way. I keep telling you people. I think this is Philly's year to get it done. Next year, I'm have a total different conversation come NFL draft Saturday when everything is wrapped up and I start giving my predictions on the divisions. So Saquon again, who him and Lamar Jackson has gotten so many game balls from me. They have gotten the most. It's not even close. But now that Baltimore's 8-5, Lamar's and Derrick Henry are out of the conversation. It's between Goff, Allen, and Saquon Barkley. And to me, Saquon Barkley is the MVP of the league. So, game ball number 2 goes to Leonard Williams. That's right. We're going to see him tomorrow. We're going to see him next Sunday night with the young Seahawks. And we're going to see the Seahawks again after that because they play the Vikings at home. So the Seahawks are playing good teams right now. Leonard Williams came back, dominated the game in the second half, picked off Aaron Rodgers in the red zone, ran it back 88 yards. That's right, folks. That 300-pound man intercepted Aaron Rodgers and ran it back 88 yards for a touchdown. And Seattle came back to win at the Meadowlands 26-21. So he is playing great right now. He is playing outstanding right now. And Seattle is too. And they're healthy now. That young defensive line was banged up all year long. Now they're healthy. and they're putting it together at the right time. And Seattle's surging. They beat Arizona tomorrow. I'll be hyping up that game all this week. We'll do one of the best rivalries in the millennium, Seahawks Packers. And number one is one of my all-time favorite players who disappointed me. I didn't know how much of a phony he is, and he's still a phony in my opinion. And no matter what people think of him, he has had a hell of a career. And Russell Wilson, I'm gonna tell you right now, you win the Super Bowl this year, you will be a first ballot Hall of Famer, no question. You win for the supreme franchise of the AFC. Are you kidding me? Art Rooney back in mid-February, and I read the storyline up here because we don't make up lies up here, unlike other rooms where they're delusional make up lies. We will hammer that community tomorrow. You could bet your bottom dollar on that. And that shit is less than 23 hours away when I go into that community, who's now one of the biggest jokes around in South Florida, as now the national guys like Big O, Chris Perkins are going at them now. And we will get the Dolphin community in 23 hours. And I'm going to enjoy every minute. Russell Wilson is clearly the get player of last week, of week 13. What a game. What a performance. 414 yards, 3 touchdowns, and a pick against Cincinnati. I'm glad that Russ is finding his groove in Pittsburgh now. And I really believe Russ can take them where they need to go, which is a world championship. And I don't count Pittsburgh out in any of this. And Art Rooney's going to get his dream because Christmas Day, 1 o'clock Eastern Time, I'm doing the game on Netflix up here. That's the only place you can see the game is Netflix. Kansas City and Pittsburgh. And that could be for the number one seed. And I don't see Patrick Mahomes throwing 7 touchdowns like he did the last time he was at Pittsburgh. Do you? The black and gold is back, folks. I saw a video this morning. Joe Bailey, who used to be the CEO of the Dolphins back in the early 2000s and late in 2000, died on Thursday. And he is always going to be remembered for calling Mike Tomlin after an interview a hip hop coach. And they went with Cam Cameron. This is the same team that a year later on, Bill Parcells, who was running this joke of a franchise, took Jake Long over Matt Ryan, who, in my opinion, is a borderline Hall of Fame. He's going to get in because he's the image the N.F.L. loves. And now he's on television, straight laced corporate America from head to toe. Yeah, yeah. They were happy with Jake Long, who only gave them 5 years. I want a quarterback that gives me 17 years. And I'll say always, a Dolphin fan can't say a damn word. If we had Matt Ryan as our quarterback, we would have been competing with Pittsburgh and Roethlisberger and Brady and Rex Ryan and Joe Flacco, the Broncos. We would have been competing with those teams if we had a Matt Ryan at quarterback. But instead, they took a lineman. Tannehill was no good until he got to Tennessee. And the beat goes on down in Miami, doing dumb shit. Dolphin doing dolphin things. That's what Armando Salguero, the GOAT of Dolphin beat writers, and Miami sports down there went to Outkick now. He couldn't take it no more. The buffoonery. Uh, that's what he called it. Dolphins doing dolphin things. In English, dolphins doing dumb shit. What else is What else is there? Oh man. Oh man. But we'll hammer that in Stephen Ross tomorrow. I'll put my spin on it. Big O's been doing it for the last 3 weeks now, going through Dolphin history the last 40 years. It's killing the so-called young fan base, which we call the Dolphin community. Oh, they call themselves that. Right now, they're the laughing stocks of social media and in South Florida for their stupidity, the way they talk and don't know what they're talking about. I've been saying that all along. I've been right, been vindicated. I'm glad Big O and me, we think alike. That's why we've been rocking together for the last 11 years. And smart men like him, Chris Perkins, myself, we know the deal. Omar Kelly's now come back to earth and realize about the buffoonery of this franchise. We'll kill him tomorrow. We'll have a good time tomorrow. Oh, I'm gonna be calling out people too tomorrow. We'll do that tomorrow. Those concept creators who lie to their dumb cult audience that have seen nothing in their lives. But we'll do that tomorrow. We'll have some fun with them tomorrow. My nephew's coming over with a birthday gift to his uncle. So I'll give you 2 more minutes and then he'll be here by the time I go off the air. I'll come back tonight and chill with you guys. Guys want to come in, talk a little bit about tomorrow. I'm going to save the good stuff for tomorrow and have fun with that. So I may come back up tonight. It's not happening tonight. I mean, St. Louis and Edmonton, Canadians, and as I told Auntie, I don't do basketball. Basketball to me is so just retarded. Remember what I told you? European soccer fan, South American soccer fan, Latin American soccer fan, NHL fans, baseball fans. We're the last of the die-hard fan. That's why they have sold over $326 million in jerseys, the NHL, in just 3 months, which is incredible. Just incredible. And of course, I'm buying mine. So I've already bought 8. I'm going to buy about 15 more and rock them every day. And when I get my camera, I'll let you all see what I wear probably every Friday night, Saturday. Because after the N.F.L, we're doing Blades of Steel up here. Nothing but hockey on Saturdays. And we'll do the NBA. NBA, what they're doing now, hopefully, I've been checking their schedule. What night I could come on and do some NBA. But the NBA is changing their schedule because they're going to NBC next year. Let me congratulate the TNT boys, uh, Barkley, Kenny Smith, Shaq, and Ernie Johnson. They're going to be picked up by ESPN next year to do the pregame and postgame shows. And they're going to have only the TNT crew doing the games. So let me get out of here. My nephew's here. We heard that buzzer. It's coming up to the crib. I want to thank Auntie for coming by, and I will see you all later tonight. I'll come back later tonight, do some hockey up here, and just chill. Some football tomorrow. Who won these bowl games? And that'll be it. Have a great day, everybody. I'll see you later this evening. Let me get this birthday gift from my nephew, and we're gonna have a good time tomorrow. I can tell you that, bro. I'm coming on an hour early tomorrow. That's how much I'm gonna be venting tomorrow. You guys have a good day. Have a great day, everybody. See you tonight from the Oyster.